Welcome back! The eShop has awesome indie games on sale, with some fan favorites at deep discounts, as well as a classic game sale from Capcom. Let's dive into those awesome deals. We'll kick things off with one of my favorite gems for the Nintendo Switch. Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom is the latest game in the Wonder Boy series, and developed with input from Wonder Boy series creator Ryuichi Nishizawa. The game continues the Metroidvania style, set by later games in the Wonder Boy series, and expands with the biggest adventure yet, with more to explore, more powers to obtain, while improving upon the classic gameplay that the series is loved for. That and the art direction, it's gorgeous! It's so animated, and the music is amazing. I dare say this game is a bit of a masterpiece. You got to at least play this game. You'll be glad you did. It is a definition of a gem. It's on sale for $9.99 until July 11th. A Metroidvania with a bit of gothic horror and some Dead Cells flair, Blasphemous is a treat. It's a challenging platformer, it'll kick your butt, but once you master the combat, as well as customize your build to your style, you'll be able to unleash the pain while narrowly avoiding death yourself. I like this game, it's a bit refreshing in the crowded Metroidvania genre, and the visuals, holy cow, they are awesome. It's a great Metroidvania, and if you've yet to play it, and the challenge factor doesn't intimidate you, then you need to pick this up from the sale. You'll be glad you did. It's back on sale at its all-time low price of $6.24 until July 14th. While gamers will have to wait a bit for the remastered edition, the original game on Switch is on sale for pretty darn cheap. Yooka-Laylee is a 3D platformer that's inspired by all those classic platformers of yesteryear, especially the Banjo-Kazooie games. There's plenty to find in the huge levels as you collect and obtain secrets, and of course there's plenty of great and challenging platforming to be had too. It's on sale for $3.99, $4 is a no-brainer. For the King is a fun roguelike strategy RPG that has elements of tabletop games. Players choose from one of the adventurers available, each with unique goals and challenges, as well as their party members, and then go on an adventure. You can adjust their appearances, as well as their class, which determines their starting stats. As you explore the map, you complete side quests, find and loot gear, battle enemies in turn-based combat, as well as progress the story. While some of those mechanics may sound very familiar, it's all pretty polished in this game, and instead of the typical 2D design that we see all the time on the eShop, this game has stylized 3D graphics, which is a nice change of pace for sure. This game is not going to set the gaming world on fire, but it's solid, the gameplay is easy to understand, and on top of that, it's filled with lots of replayability. Check this one out, it's only $4.99 on the eShop, which is a brand new low price for it. Pumpkin Jack is a 3D action platformer that reminds me a bit of the Medieval series. Horror or Halloween theme aside, there's some similarities in the combat and the puzzle solving for sure. That said, it's a solid game with some really fun gameplay, with some nice levels to explore, and plenty of trials to complete, as well as unlockables to earn. It's on sale for a brand new low price of $6.89 until July 4th. Nothing like a little Halloween fun in the summer, am I right? The Demon Turf bundle contains both games, the original Demon Turf and its sequel/spin-off, Demon Turf Neon Splash. First game is a 3D platformer that has you playing as Beebs, a young demon girl who travels between the 4 different turfs, which are separated into levels. In these levels, you'll need to find and collect items, while using your ever-expanding platforming abilities to search every nook and cranny. It's a solid platformer for the Switch. The sequel, Demon Turf Neon Splash, focuses on what made the original game so good, the platforming, while ditching things like the combat. You need to explore 10 crafted levels, while completing various goals, and eventually, hopefully, unlock those 10 additional remix levels among the many secrets to find. It's good stuff, I highly recommend it, if you're a platforming fan. The bundle is on sale for just under $15, but if you want either game by itself, they are on sale separately too, with the first one on sale for $12.49, while Neon Splash is on sale for $3.49. Are you the type of gamer who loves to build or design things? Then this might be your jam. In BQM BlockQuest Maker, you design your own dungeon RPG, puzzles, traps, monsters, the works, in a way that reminds me a bit of the Mario Maker games. From here you play them solo, or with a friend in a local play, or share it with others to see who can beat your dungeon. See, definite Mario Maker vibes here. Don't like designing stuff? Then play other people's dungeons from around the globe, or even battle the built-in dungeons in challenge mode. This might very well be a hidden gem. It's only $2.99 too. Super cheap via that eShop sale. Maybe you're looking for a nice chill game, or a cozy game to relax the summer days with. Then check out Lil Gator Game. It's a goofy generic name aside, it is a nice, chill, open world game where you play as the gator who explores the island. It's a game all about movement, climb a mountain, fly in the air, and explore. Along the way, you'll craft new abilities, as well as recruit friends, and complete tasks for them too. It's a very laid-back, go-at-your-own-pace game, and while that's not for everyone, we do like to explore in games, then you'll dig this one. This one has gotten some really good reviews on the Switch. It's on sale for $11.99 until July 11th. Runbow is a platformer where players race against each other as well as try to survive. Now see what happens is that in these levels, the background constantly changes colors and hues, and as it changes, so do the obstacles and challenges. Because of this, you have to constantly adapt to the ever-changing levels. This game is a lot of fun, it's easy to understand, but the variety to the levels and the mayhem that gameplay brings will keep you hooked for sure. There's a single-player mode, but trust me, multiplayer is where it's at. With up to 8 players being able to play together offline, as well as 9-player online support. You can get a large group together to play the game, you're most certainly in for a hell of a good time as you frantically try to race for the finish. It's one of the better party games for the Switch, especially for large groups. Make sure to pick this hidden gem up, it's only $2.99 via the latest sale. Arkanoid, Eternal Battle, features the classic, brick-breaking arcade gameplay that the series is known for, while infusing it with modern twists and features that definitely make it stand out from other past games. The first feature that sticks out is the Eternal Battle mode, an online mode that supports 25 players facing off against each other to see who will survive. In addition to that, there's a new Neo mode that gives the classic gameplay a new coat of paint, plus a Versus mode that supports up to 4 players facing off against each other. That said, if you missed the classic game, that's here too in the Retro mode. It's pretty good stuff for just $2.99. Slime Song is a challenging platforming game that is very similar to games like Super Meat Boy in its difficulty. You play as a slime who is trying to escape a giant worm's digestive tract, all while avoiding the countless ways to die, and trust me, you will die a lot. Intense challenge aside, the gameplay is tight, with lots of variety to the levels, and challenges, and a bit of humor to boot. The Superslime edition here includes 200 levels in total to jump and ooze your way through, as well as the local multiplayer and extra game modes like New Game Plus, Speedrun modes, and Boss Rush. If you like super hard challenging platformers, then this one is worth checking out, especially since it's only $2.39 on the eShop via the latest sale. Let's talk about some of those Capcom classic games on sale. I touched on a few in the last eShop video, make sure to check that out if you haven't. But beyond those, Capcom has a ton of other games on sale. For example, the Resident Evil series of games on Switch is on sale, including Resident Evil HD, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, and Resident Evil 6, and they're all on sale for $9.99 each. In the case of RE5 and RE6, they both contain all the DLC released for it too. The Resident Evil Revelations games are quite good too, don't sleep on them, and these releases on Switch contain all the DLC ever released for them as well. These are only $7.99 via the latest sale. Beyond that, Onimusha Warlords, the classic PS2 game, got ported to Switch too, which some seem to have forgotten about. This was an action-adventure game that has you fighting against demons in the Sengoku period of Japan. It also borrows a bit from the Resident Evil series at times, with the puzzle solving and fixed camera perspective. It's good stuff, even if it feels a little dated at times, but hey, I'm glad they didn't mess with it too much. This is on sale for $9.99. And speaking of games inspired by Resident Evil, well, Capcom's classic Devil May Cry series is also on sale. Basically just like the games I previously mentioned that have been ported to the Switch, they've been HD'fied with a few adjustments here and there, but largely they're the same as their classic releases. You know, just a bit easier on the eyes now. That said, skip Devil May Cry 2. It sadly still sucks. Just focus on the first one, and the even better Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, which still to this day is one of the best games in the series. Each game is on sale for $9.99. What's been great about this generation of gaming on the Switch is Capcom's push for game collections, especially when it comes to the Mega Man games, and the latest collection focuses on the Battle Network era. Yes, this collection contains 10 games in the series, barring the spin-offs and the DS remakes. It contains Battle Network 1 and 2, both versions of 3, both versions of 4, both versions of 5, and finally, both versions of 6. A hefty package of games, and has additional features like online battling and trading, an art gallery, and more. It's on sale for $29.99 via the latest sale. There you go, that's some awesome eShop sales for ya, including a bunch of what just might be hidden gems. Make sure to check out the previous sale video if you haven't, as well as my every GameCube game on Switch video. I touched on the Resident Evil games in this video, but that's just a few of the many GameCube games that have found their way to the Switch. Make sure to check it out, I'm sure you'll be surprised. Anyway, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next video.